Hi guys, so I'm going to make another video. I'm pretty upset. My back is out now. I wanted to go and get some groceries. I haven't been out all week. I can't go to the gym and I wanted to get some groceries, but that's probably not going to happen today because my back is out. That's the problem when you heat these metal things. It's a metal bed and you heat it to the point where it feels like you're on a rack during the night, and then you wake up sweating profusely. It's like on fire, like they're hitting you with some sort of device, and then the smells, which give you a headache, diarrhea, make you sick. But I'm not going to get into that anymore. We're going to start talking about some pedophiles in Amsterdam because I'm certainly tired of this. First of all, these sorts of things should be handled privately. Okay, these people dug up all this stuff from the past. And when I walked in to get a divorce, I had no idea. I mean, I had left my ex-husband because he had grown increasingly violent. I was slammed down, arrested. I went down to the police station, and on the police report was the fact he was pursuing divorce. I didn't even know. I had just put $3,000 in the septic system up to our lake property because we were going to retire up there. I thought he had dementia, but I'm not going to get into that. I'd like to talk about this group way back from high school, okay? Because they locked me up over the jail. The same people I went to high school with, this Marie, the three Maries, she has to brag about this. And then she ended up lying and said I didn't do community service. First of all, I did community service before. I thought it was a great program. They have a place over in Kanjahiri. I think it was an old church. They converted where people can drop in, get a hot meal. That's the way it should be. Nobody should be forced to do anything, okay? But you should be in some sort of program, okay? If you're in transition, if you're homeless, if you have sexual abuse issues, if you have drug addiction, alcoholism. See, none of these people are in treatment. And that's part of the problem. These three Maries from high school. There's too many young people in this group that have already passed away. Number one, Dana. Okay, I was friends with Dana in high school. She had mental health issues towards the end, barking and eating off our plates while we just buried someone, his cousin. Okay, this was his cousin's wife. I went to high school with her. I wanted to see her all the time. I used to always say, Dana, why don't we get together? We're all in this big group in high school. Jenna has passed away. Dana has passed away. She was barking. All those years of barking and making fun of dogs and doing this kind of harassment, that's what can result. It comes back to you. Jenna's gone. Lynn is gone. Dana's gone. Okay? There's this other, Valerie was part of this group. Lorraine and Loretta. The three Maries, Jackie, that I went to a party up there on the lake and she went on and on about my business. She works up at the school district. Okay. Teresa next door. She's a teacher. Okay. This group from Fort Johnson's been terrorizing me for a long time. And this is why I tried to talk to Marie, who's a corrections officer, when I was set to do community service. And I know that's a lot. There's a lot to put out there and it's confusing, but this is not the way to be handling these things. Okay, this is you do this in treatment, you do it in group, you do it as adults, you talk about this stuff. She's like, well, why are you bringing this stuff from 40 years ago? Because you continue, Marie. You right away you were bragging about the three Maries. Coke problems, coke addictions. One of them's down there. She's pretending she's head of treatment. She's doing nothing at all. She's not head of treatment. She's causing more trouble with her sisters, or her sister over there, that Laura. This group from high school, these were girls that carried around helter-skelter books and thought they thought it was funny to terrorize people in high school. And they were doing the same thing in Fort Johnson with this Aaron. Yes, Aaron, you were part of this group too. And I find out your father's a police officer. So there is a lot to talk about. And certainly digging up all this filth on me isn't going to correct your issues with your family. Okay? This walk this way. They used to play this song every time I went up to go ice skating. They constantly did this sort of gaslighting and making fun and all this kind of stuff because of my mother's issues. Okay, these men weren't my boyfriends. Okay, let's clear that up. Okay, I tried to be respectful. My mother had some issues. I was respectful. I tried to do the right thing. So Marie's making out with my boyfriend at the time at my graduation party while they destroyed my graduation party. Busted up the pool, busted the pool ladder, destroyed it. I had just bought all this food, bought all this stuff to invite all these women, all these people, and this is what they did at my graduation party. Then she's on the side of the house making out with this guy, Roger, who I was supposedly dating. I really didn't, because he had made fun of me for years, him and his sister, involved with the coke trade. And then I find out they were involved with my ex-husband, this whole group. They used to go up to Butternut Falls. So yes, there's a lot to talk about. So I'm going a little over, but suffice to say, we'll have to continue because these people want to continue and bring stuff up of the past. Then you need to tell the truth if you want to bring stuff up from the past. And don't use your credentials as a corrections officer to lie, to make stuff up about people. Start trouble at the jail. Start trouble with all these people. Kenny and his sister Kathleen died. She was complaining too because they were terrorizing her. They were all involved in that restaurant on the south side, the country and western restaurant. So there's a lot to catch up on. Marie and all the other corrections officers that continue to think this is funny over there and to continue to terrorize me. Mr. Spencer. You know, yous were all friends way back from East End with the Me6, the Brenders, my mother's boyfriend. So let's get the story straight and stop trashing my name and harassing me. We're going to get it cleared up because this shouldn't have been handled like this. And numerous lawyers told me this was mishandled. It needs to be cleaned up. Y'all need to clean this filth up.